Just going for the comments here. So Jason's saying, Archie's is going to have a big 80. Archie's is going to strengthen this position. And
Yeah.
Tarns is saying, RTS will have a point to prove. Last year was difficult for him, but it wasn't his fault at all. Yeah, no, it wasn't. It wasn't his fault at all, to be quite fair.
Yeah.
Injuries definitely played a part. And, for I say that the whole side, had a lot of injury issues last year, especially with our halves, our spine. We didn't have it really consistent pairing each week. It was like a swap will change each week. And then our four pack, we relying on heavily on Barnett to do the job in AFB, which, we can't be afford to be doing this year. Can't just have two players, rely on two players. Everyone's got to step up and play well and produce each week. So, the key matchups now, Craig. I was just looking at some of these players. You're pointing out a player, maybe a particular matchup you're really excited to watch on the field, and I think it's going to be quite critical to the result on Sunday. So, what are you thinking here?
Yeah. I think even just looking at the front rows for both teams, you've got James Fisher-Harris, Wade Egan, and Mitch Barnett up against Corey Horsburgh, Tom Starling, Joe Tarpany. I mean, how good is that? Just for the guys because whoever wins the forward battle will get the ball. So that'll be interesting to see. And I think the battle in the halves, Ethan Strange and Jamal Fogarty versus Chanel Harris, Tavita and Luke Metcalf. So if Metcalf plays well, that'll go a long way to getting the Warriors there. But at the same stage, if Jamal Fogarty is putting in those booming kicks and he can put those huge bombs up, then that'll put a lot of pressure on Chance, who's very good under the high ball. But if they're bombing him all day and the Raiders are coming through, then it's going to be fascinating. And I'm hoping also the other fullback, KO Weeks for the Raiders, I hope he gets a lot of ball because he's super quick. So I think they're the key matchups in the halves, like usual, the spine taking on each other. But those two front rows will be worth the price of admittance alone. It'll be worth the flight of going to Vegas. And for me personally, I'm really interested to see how James Fisher-Harris goes. I really want him to do well for the Warriors. I think he's going to lift the team with his professionalism. He is a man mountain, and I don't think they've lost anything in getting him in. They probably gained something culturally. So, no, I think it's great. And also, look, as far as some of the locks and the second rowers go, that Zach Hosking hasn't had a good run with injury, so I'm hoping he goes well for the Raiders. And then, and as I said, I can't wait to see Aaron Clark in action because he's just a nuggety player that I think gives it all. And how he goes against Morgan Smithies, who's a defensive expert for the Raiders, one of the Raiders who was battling, Hudson Young. So if they can show that passion on the field, Raiders might win.
Yeah, I think for me, obviously, I think I'm pretty looking at the matchups in terms of those that I think probably the ones to watch. Mate, you look at your fullbacks there. You got young Koa Weeks there up against Chance. The experience of Chance Nickel-Klugstad. Obviously, Chance. He's had some good games against the Raiders in the past, especially.
They always do. The ex-Raiders.
So former Raiders players. Same as I say that former Warriors players. When they play the Warriors and Kiwis come home, against us and they play well, it's sort of like, man, it is quite annoying. But
it's like when the Storm play the Raiders because Craig Bellamy's an ex-Raiders player, and the Storm always play well against the Raiders because he wants to beat the Raiders. So it's something about that, the ex-team. So this is going to be a really great game. This is a great game to kick off the season, as is the Panthers and the Sharks game. And so, it's fantastic. And I love the whole initiative with Las Vegas. And there are people that bag it and say, what for? What are they playing there? Why not? If they can, why not do it? It's spreading the gospel of the game. And I know that, look, the Americans aren't going to suddenly start going, we want to start supporting this team and rather than the NFL and ice hockey and basketball and baseball. But, it's another choice for them. So, and I think it's great. Vegas is the perfect place for it.
Yep. Yeah, and Tahi's just saying here, just a quick reminder, everyone, hit that like button on the stream because it does help push the content out to more viewers. And, it only takes a second. Just click that thumbs up button on the stream, like the stream. And don't forget to subscribe as well if you are a new viewer to the channel and a returning viewer haven't done so already because, we're trying to get to that big 3K subscriber mark. So let's help this channel get there real soon. So, like I said, the matchups fullback there, Chance Nickel-Klugstad. up against KO Weeks is going to be really exciting to watch. Obviously with KO Weeks, I think he's a really talented player. He's got a lot of speed as well. He's very quick. So the Warriors are going to have to watch out for KO, especially if he's on. If he's on, the Warriors, that's going to be a bit of a worry for our defensive line there. Kane on the wing as well. It's going to be interesting to see. I feel like the Raiders are going to be targeting him. I think this is the big thing that we'll be doing in terms of their kicking game. I think Craig will echo the same thing that I'm saying here in regards to what the Raiders will do. And I feel like they should. Obviously, they should. Regards to Tane, he's playing at a position. He's not a general winger. He's quite small for his size. He's very he's very I think he's a very good player that can do the job there. But obviously, there's going to be a big question around it because there's no Dull in there. So, I think the kicking game is going to be very important for the Raiders as a whole, and for the Warriors, I feel like it's going to be important as well. What are your thoughts here on that? Maybe there's a weakness that you could target for the Warriors.
Yeah,
it's probably maybe the winger there, Tane, and maybe the outside backs, Leotau and Pompey. Defensively, I think they're good attacking players, Ali Leotau, but defensively, they're quite young.
They're gonna, Jamal Fogarty, no doubt, will be putting up those big bombs, and then you can see what they were doing last year. That Xavier's savage because he's such an athletic winger that he'll be trying to catch the ball AFL style over the top of Tane when he does it, and then sometimes you'll see the Hudson Young picking up the scraps, just following through. So that's something that they've obviously been practicing at training. So both wingers and all the outside backs can expect to be bombed the hell out of in the game. And as the game goes on and they start getting tired, the forwards start getting tired, you'll see that short kicking game from Fogarty. He's got that big booming kick. He's also got a pretty good little kicking game, so a little short kicking game. So that'll be interesting to see. So I think the people that are watching us are right.